Well, so what's happening, people? So yeah, first off, fair play to all the truck drivers and the farmers blockading the country with their lorries and their tractors. 100%. The whole country now. The whole country is more or less blockaded. They're blocking the ports. They're blocking the oil refineries. They have these dictators on the back foot. And what is the answer? When you're supposed to be in a democracy, what do these dictators do? They send the armed forces out against its own people. Now let me break that down to every little point in that, right? Every little point in that, right? They turn the armed forces on their own people. The armed forces are driving in tanks towards ports, right? The tanks that are paid for by the Irish people that are protesting, the farmers, the lorry drivers, the same people that they praised during the fictitious flu era, where they say, oh, these people are bringing food to the table and this, that and the other. When it suits their narrative, these people were the best. These people were the best things in sliced bread. But now that these people have been taxed heavy, and the rise of fuel is affecting the farmers, the lorry drivers, the taxi drivers, the bus drivers, everyone that like all these industries and all these companies that keep the country going and keep people moving, right? Now they're the enemy because they don't agree with the dictators, right? The fuel that goes into them tanks is paid from the taxes of what those people are paying. The fuel, the tanks, the equipment that was used to build those military grade tanks that they're after turning on the public was paid for by the people that they're using them against now today. Do you not see the irony in it? Like, these people that brought the food to the table and brought everything to people's local shopping centres when they created the fictitious flu and tried to poison everyone, right? Where they tried to poison everyone with their experimental chemical, right? I have to be careful the way I word things on here. But yeah, the fictitious flu. These dictators were praising the lorry drivers. They were praising the lorry drivers and the farmers and all this, that and the other. Now that the farmers are after seeing through what these people are about, now they're the enemy. You're not seeing a pattern here. You're not seeing a pattern. Whenever you go against these dictators, they'll turn and make you out to be the enemy. It's madness, like, and more people are waking up, and they blockaded the country. Fair play to them. But look what's happening now. They're having peaceful protests, blockading the ports, blockading O'Connell Street, blockading all over Limerick, Cork, down towards Waterford, Rosslare, all the oil refineries, like. And now they're the enemy. They're doing it peacefully, mind. There's no aggressiveness pointed towards anyone. There's no violence pointed towards anyone. They've just peacefully parked up their vehicles because they cannot afford to keep doing what they were praised for doing during the fictitious flu by these animals. So yeah. Is everyone's starting to wake up bit by bit and start to see what these lunatics are at, like? Because they don't feel the pinch like all of us. Their fuel is paid for. Their transport is paid for. It's not coming out of their pocket. They're on like 6-figure salaries yearly. They have properties all over the country. Do you know what I mean? Like, so they're not feeling the pinch. The farmers, us, the everyday people, the farmers, the lorry drivers, like, they're feeling the pinch. And when anyone that gets up and is feeling the pinch and that goes against what they're doing, they don't like it. I'm sorry, Colombo, it don't work that way. And they're bringing in now the army, the military forces. They are the ones that are initiating aggression by sending in armoured tanks to a peaceful protest. You know what I mean? Mehole Martin. Mehole Martin. Scoliosis Simon there. You know what I mean? Two treacherous snakes. What they say, birds of a feather flock together. Yeah. You know, hopefully the boys that are up there today now can stand firm, because there is still a lot more of the people and of the armed forces, but the fact that the Mehole and all them are resorting to initiating aggression by releasing the armed forces on the people that paid for their nice shiny tanks, their big military grade weaponry that they're turning on the public. They're turning them on the people that paid for them. The fuel that had to be got this morning to power those military grade weapons, mobile military grade weapons, were also paid for by the same truck drivers and farmers that they've been used against. We're not talking about mass outbreaks of violence or riots, or we're talking about people that are struggling, parking up their vehicles and trying to get the fuel knocked down so they can continue to keep the country running. But yeah,